Howdy! This is Steve.
I'm Emily, and we're here to equip you for your super important role in Liquid Preteen this Sunday.
That's right, yeah. So we are starting to do these training videos for you guys in hopes that it'll help make you feel prepared for Sunday, equipped and ready to go. So we feel like the videos might be able to convey a little bit more detail than an email will, and it might be a little simpler for us on our end and simpler for you in regards to your time. So we're doing these videos to hopefully be helpful to you guys, so give us some feedback if they are. So today we're going to talk about a new procedure that we want to help implement on Sunday morning that will hopefully get us a little more organized as far as our locations and our hospitality goes on Sunday morning. So we know that relational time as kids are arriving on Sunday morning is super important. We want to maximize that time that you guys have with students by getting you in places that are going to be strategic for building relationships. So one thing that we're going to do, we're going to have a whiteboard right behind where the teachers' bins are. And our hope is that you would come in on a Sunday morning, grab your teacher's bin, and while you're grabbing your teacher's bin, you look at this board and you see the different areas where we could use help that morning. So it might be hospitality at the front, it might be someone manning the snack shack, it might be the prayer table or the craft table. Any of these things will have all the stations up there. And then you guys can see who's signed up for what and what's open. Where our hopes is that you guys would put your name next to one of those stations. Then you'd go set your bin down at a table that you want to do small group at, and then you would join that station and hang there until we start our programming for that morning. That way, all of our stations are covered. Kids, wherever they decide to get plugged into, have an adult leader there that can connect with them, get to know their name, and spend some great quality time with them. And this way also, you don't have to be stuck doing the same thing each Sunday. If you want to experience all the different stations, we'd actually encourage that. That way, if someone's missing on one Sunday, all of us are equipped to fill in the different stations that we have on the Sunday morning.
Yeah. I'm teaching this Sunday, and in this Christianese series, we've realized salvation is something that's thrown out a lot, and we think that the kids grasp a basic concept of that, but that there's so much more to salvation than maybe we sometimes realize. And so this week we're actually defining 3 terms. It's the process of salvation. So it's justification, which is a one-time event where we believe in Jesus for the first time, we become a Christian, and we are freed from the penalty of sin. And then the next word is sanctification, which is a lifelong process of God making us more like himself and us getting to know God. It's an up and down journey. It's not a super smooth, straight line. It is more like a roller coaster sometimes, as I'm sure you all know. So sanctification, and that's being freed from the power of sin in our lives. And then finally we'll define glorification, which is really our hope for our whole life. It's that one day we're going to be face to face with Jesus and we won't struggle with sin anymore. We'll be completely freed from even the presence of sin, and we can enjoy God forever. So we're hoping that by God's grace, the kids will grasp somewhat of a concept of there being more to salvation than just Jesus dying on the cross, that's really just the beginning.
Absolutely, and these are some tough theological topics to cover, but we really think that they're important, and so we're going to do our best to make them simple and attainable for these kids. And so some ways that we're going to help do that is we have some hand motions for students to help remember them, and Emily's going to use these hand motions in her lesson, but we're also created a game to go with it. So it's a rock, paper, scissors type game using justification, sanctification, and glorification. So the motions for that, do you want to go over the motions?
Yes, so justification is this. It's like a judge's gavel, which is pretty similar to what normally would be a rock in rock, paper, scissors. Sanctification will be this. It's a wavy line showing that it's a process. It's not just straight. And then glorification is ding, which is perfection in heaven with God forever. So we will demonstrate for you what beats what will be on a slide, so you can have a kind of a cheat sheet when we're actually doing the game for small groups. So this is how it goes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
No.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yes, okay, fine.
Steve won.
Yes. I didn't even know if I did. But yeah, we'll have on the slide what beats what, and so just have the kids stand back to back, play a couple rounds of that. Hopefully the motions they'll remember what goes with what and why we pick those motions for those things. We'll have a game, an activity, and remember these activities can be strung throughout the lesson. It's good to, when you see kids getting antsy or bored, do a couple questions and then just put an activity in whenever you feel that the kids need to get up or a change of pace. But the other game will be a chutes and ladders type game with the ladders being justification and then glorification at the end, and then sanctification being along the way with the chutes on it. So we'll have that for you guys too, along with a die or a spinner for kids to roll and to spin, and maybe split your group in half and have them play in a little bit smaller groups, so it's not the whole group playing, so more kids get more turns. So that's the plan for the week, and those are some things we're trying to implement. Do you want to talk about prayer and huddle?
Yeah, we would love to see you guys. Actually, it's kind of mandatory. We'd love to see you guys before service for prayer. That's when you'll get any last-minute directions as well. So it is 8:45 for our 9 a.m. crew and 10:30 for our, what time is it? 10:45 crew. Yeah. So 15 minutes before the kids get there, we would love to meet up with you and pray for the service. So please, please, please try your best to be on time.
All right, we love you guys and we're praying for you, and we can't wait for this Sunday. So see you this Sunday.
Bye.